go live then. Welcome back to another live stream, guys. My name is Chris, and today I got the opportunity to host the founder and chairman of IHT token, Ricky NG. Ricky, it's a pleasure to have you here. How are you doing today?
Yeah, hi everybody. Yeah, I'm great, and yeah, good to see all of you. And it's a good chance to see all of you and then explain a little bit about iHouse token IHT. Yeah, and thanks also for the King that are hosting this sector. So that yeah, I'm happy to to talk about our projects and also anything about blockchain. Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. So we tried to do this live stream last Friday. It didn't work out with the technicalities, but we're gonna do
Yeah.
it. We're gonna blast it today. We got some people already dropping off into the live stream, so good to see all of you guys. So Ricky was very generous to us to actually host a giveaway together here in this live stream. So I just want to get that out of the way real quick to explain how you need to do and how you can participate to win $200 worth of IHT token. So the way we're going to do this, we're going to talk a bit about IHT. I'm going to ask some questions to Ricky, and then we are going to take your question, which you have put together for Ricky. We're going to ask them by the a little bit later during the live stream. And I'm gonna pick the interesting questions. We try to take as many as possible, and then but the questions that I took, I'm gonna do a raffle after the live stream. So one person is going to be the lucky winner of $200 worth of IHT token. All right, guys. So Ricky, can you begin by just explaining who you are and a little bit about your background and how you got into blockchain and IHT?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, first of all, I'm engineering background, and my study finished in Hong Kong, and I joined Yahoo Hong Kong since I graduated for like 1 to 2 years, and then I take care of the Yahoo search engine marketing monetization in Hong Kong and also Asia. So I'm actually responsible, yeah, for the big data and also the partnership part, and we come across different partners in Asia and also US, and then to launch the Yahoo search engine marketing in 2006. Okay, and then till 2007, and then just like around 18 months or to like 20 months, and then I quit Yahoo and do my startup. The first start is regarding the digital marketing and also the big data usage for optimization in search engines. Yeah, so and then in 2009, yeah, 2009, I found the last company called iClick Interactive. That is a focus on the search engine marketing optimization and also big data advertising platform. Yeah, we got several rounds of funding, and that's why I go to China in Beijing and Shanghai to do the business development and also the partnership there. And then we start to partner with Baidu, Tencent, and also like big internet company in China. So we got several rounds of fundings, including Series A from Sumitomo, Series B from Bertelsmann, which is one of the largest media company in Europe, and C1 for a fund called SSG, and D1 for the largest PR company in China called Blue Focus. And last December, we got listed in Nasdaq in US, yeah, the stock exchange, yeah, so that you can search ICLK for the stock code, and yeah, so that's my first company story. But since 2015, yeah, I have already looking into the share apartment and share real estate sector. Yeah, because we have built an app in 2016 regarding co-living. Yeah, it's about finding roommates. And then we also tried to rent some apartment back and share to others. Yeah, but then we found that it's actually quite hard to operate very smoothly because it's quite hard for you in terms of three ways. One is fundraising, yeah, because you need working capital to operate the apartment. Secondly is you need very good marketing so that to make sure that you can rent to others, yeah, very in a very fast and a very easy way. The third one is the operation, yeah. So then we are starting to think about what's the solution, the next. And then 6 months ago, we met some people in China, which is not 6 months already. Yeah, which around like last August. Yeah, so around like 9 months already. Yeah, so we start looking into the blockchain area, and then we look into several projects. I have a fund to explore the China's projects there, and then we found that there's a lot of opportunity in blockchain, and we think that turning the operation model in blockchain with real estate should be workable. So we start to think about the token economy, the technology, the business model, operation model, whatever. So we start the fundraising in January, and we are one of the top 15 projects in China. Yeah, in January because I think in China, yeah, so many projects is very good. For example, like Leo, like Quantum, like even like EOS, they are located in Hong Kong. So that actually they have a lot of coverage that they are very experienced and very good know-how, but they may not have a team that can roll out this globally. Yeah, so that we are one of the top, I mean, execution team in terms of the like blockchain projects. So we get very popular in China, and we got a lot of funding coming to us, and so we finished the private sales in 2 weeks, and yeah, and we got very good feedback and bunch of investors, including Japan Dragon, which is a fund associated with DFJ, the Tesla, and also Baidu's Series A investor. And then we got funding from NEO, Neo Global Capital. And we got funding from Danhua Capital, which is one of the largest Chinese fund based in Silicon Valley. And we also get funding from Blockchain Venture, Coding Star, and also Backwater. Yeah, kind of that. Yeah, so they are very popular fund in terms of crypto. Yeah, so yeah, we are moving very fast, and then we launched to the first exchange in March, and till now we have already listed in 5 crypto exchange, including Gates.io, KuCoin, and Lbank, HitBTC, and also CoinW. We are yeah. So after listing to this exchange, we focus on the first project operation because we are actually building on a platform called ATO. The ATO's full name is Access Tokenization Offering, so that we try to tokenize the assets and trade the utility rights by token. For example, yeah, users can buy utility rights of WeWork's building or like a hotel or a Airbnb's hostel, yeah, to share the rights to use. And then these rights can be tradable by token. The asset owner can pre-sell the token before they went into operation. And then secondly, the investors, I mean the retail investors or the users can trade in the crypto exchange in the future. And then so to make it quick. And also after it expire, we'll have a time value there. After it expire, we will use a original price to buy back the token. I mean to redeem the token.
All
Yeah.
right, great. So terrific explanation. I think you got into a lot of different parts there of the project. Great.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
go back a little bit to the ICO phase. So
Okay.
you had an ICO and it got sold out in what did you say? 2 weeks?
2 weeks with the private sales. Yeah.
The private sales. All right. So there was actually no public sale. Is that correct?
Yeah, no public sales. Yeah, because we cancel the public sales finally because it's oversubscribed like 10 times already. Yeah.
All right. So basically, the interest in the project was so big that you didn't need to have a public ICO.
Yes, yes. We totally wasted 35 million US at the moment at that moment, and which is equals to 33,000 Ethereum.
All right. Yeah, exactly. That was the next question. So you raised 33,333 Ethereum. Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Is there any is there any specific reason for that exact number? Like 33333?
Yeah, exactly. No any reason, but at that moment, we set the hard cap as 35 million US, and then Ethereum's price in January is close to 1,000 to 1,100. Yeah, so that we take the FH 1050. Yeah, so that yeah to finish the fundraising. Yeah.
All right, great. Okay, so the project you have iht.com, right?
ihtcon.com or i-house.com.
All right.
Yeah, we have two websites. One is for ICO. i-house.com is for our operation. Yeah.
All right. So could you talk a little bit about the differences? Like, what are the two websites used for?
Okay. I think ihtcon.com is focused mainly on crypto. So that we what's the original idea of IHT, and then what's our fundraising, and what's the team, and what's the roadmap whatsoever. Yeah, but iHouse.com is our company's corporate website, and then we will have a platform called iHouse.com, and then we will run the fundraising project in iHouse.com. Of course, at the same time, make use of IHT in our platform, because we will use IHT as the technology fee, just like gas, and also airdrops for our projects. Yeah, so that we need to make use of IHT in iHouse.com.
All right. So I want to dive in a little bit about how the project works and the different parts.
Yeah.
So the IHT token. What is the IHT token?
Okay, IHT, the full name actually is iHouse token. iHouse token is a cryptocurrency that enable asset owner and investors can make use our ATO platform, which is our product. And this ATO is just like ICO, but unlike ICO, they need to own an assets. For example, they need to own a hotels building, they need to own a co-working space building, they need to own some of the households that putting in Airbnb. And then because the entry barrier is higher than ICO actually, yeah, so that we will help the assets owner to do the fundraise, and then put on our platform to let the retail users and also the financial institution to join the project fundraising. Okay, so yeah, that's our product setup, and IHT we will use as a guest to let them to upload and put on our platform to transact. Yeah, this is the first usage. The second usage is we will ask asset owner to buy airdrop. I mean, buy IHT for airdrop for the ATO projects investors, so that it will create a liquidity of IHT, and then will also increase the demand of IHT after several projects get to our platform. Yeah, so yeah, that's basically how the IHT economy is set up. Yeah.
All right. So basically, the product is the ATO, and
Yeah.
basically, businesses or owners of property can tokenize their property, and the iHouse token is used for that purpose to pay for it and so on.
Exactly.
Is that correct?
Yeah, you're correct.
All right, great. Um, so how does like if I'm not asking you to speculate on the value of the coin, because you are probably more focused on creating a good product and so on. But how does for the average investor, how does the value of the iHouse token increase? Like, where does the value come from?
Okay, so first of all, asset owner need to buy, IHT, yeah, to get access to the platform. Yeah, so that it will cost. I mean, they will need to actually make use of IHT to do the fundraising. So that this is the first, the way that the user case. Secondly is they need to buy airdrop from the market, and the airdrop will be locked in the asset owners. Will be locked for several months after the projects go into operations. Yeah, so that it's about a supply and demand, so that the demand keep increasing, and then the supply in the market, because more and more assets owners come to the platform, so that demand, the supply will decrease gradually. So that we have a calculation on that will probably raise the capital. Raise the crypto value. Yeah, but of course, I think because it's a market dynamics. Yeah, so that we are not that don't want to talk too much on that. But that's our scheme that's set up for like the cryptocurrency usage. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So I just want to answer a quick question here. Hein van Amalia says, where can we get in on this airdrop? And it's in your Telegram channel, right?
Yeah, it's in our Telegram channel, and also every project may have slightly difference. But in general, we suggest the asset owner to give the total investment amounts 10% to as the airdrop to their investors. So, for example, if you do the fundraise of 10 million US in our platform, in our ATO platform, to build to do a hotel's fundraising, and then you actually need to buy 1 million US dollars IHT from the market, and then distribute to the end users after a certain time period.
Right. So what I like a bit, because I think that this is the problem that you're trying to solve, like where I live, the cost of acquiring property is so expensive, so the average person cannot really afford to. It's hard to afford to buy an apartment or a property in the middle of Stockholm, for example, where I live in Sweden. So the way I see this a little bit is kind of like giving a way for the everyday people to actually be part of the prices that are constantly increasing with property and real estate and such. Is that a correct assumption, or?
Yeah, you're correct. Actually, we have two kind of audience that will buy our token, or say to involve in the ATO. So first group of user is the like traditional like property fund, or the private equity. Yeah, so that they may buy our projects ownership by fiat currency. Okay, so everything will be marked on blockchain, and then also we will charge them the US dollar as the transaction fee, and then buy IHT from the market. Yeah, so that to fit our crypto usage model. And the second way is we actually tokenize the utility rights for the crypto users to buy, and so that the token users, the token owners, can send us Ethereum or BTC, and then to get our ATO project token. And then everything will also still mark on blockchain, and we are the operator to help to facilitate this transaction, so that we will own part of the ownership of the building or of the real estate projects to safeguard our investors. Okay, so this is basically what the structure are. And then so with these structures, it actually allows small investment amounts to comes in because they are just buying utility. Yeah, so that they can buy down to like 1 ETH, or like down to, for example, like one maybe 500 US dollar USDT. Yeah, so that they can buy the part of the hotels, or like hostels, or co-working space usage ownership on that. Yeah, usage right that.
Right. So I just saw a good question here, which I want to ask you. What level of legal protection, if any, will iHouse offer its users? Here in the US, real estate laws vary state to state. How will IHT handle legal issues?
In US, actually we have two ways to give users a like legal protection on that. First of all, is we actually will own part of the assets that we put on our platform. Okay, so for example, if the valuation of the asset is like 100 million US, and then we want to raise 10 million US from the ATO platform, we at least need to own 10% of this assets on the shares. Yeah, so that ihouse.com will be just like a third party to like to protect our investors. I mean our users in buying this ATO token. Yeah, so this is the first way we help to protect. And second is like because you are buying token from ihouse.com or from the market, so that we more fall into a the law that I mean the legal terms that regulate token but not just property. Yeah, so that it will have a lot of communication with our lawyer that how to protect our investors and how to make use of this to expand quickly. Yeah, so actually we have the third issue to go through is like if they are a large investor, for example, like the property or traditional funds, we will actually work with the licensed financial institution or crypto fund. Yeah, so that they can invest money to us, like because they have already do all the I mean regulated regulations or license in US, so that we can roll this quickly. Yeah.
Right. So I actually have another question, and Hein van Amalia says, a big problem we have in South Africa is the government taking land and property without compensation. And will that not create a huge risk if IHT is applied over there? So it's kind of how you kind of protect your investors against that kind of risk, because there's going to be different from country to country, right?
Yeah. The good thing for us is we are actually related to the ownership. Yeah, so that we are actually related to the usage. Yeah, so that the tokens like the expiry date will be within for example like 1 to 3 years for each project. Yeah, so we don't think the government will take over a new project development within like 3 years time. Yeah, so that is a better. I mean, it won't happen in this case. Not applicable in this case because I think the government take over the right. I mean, without compensation is mainly because the property maybe is already very old or historical. For example, for this kind of projects, we are working on. We are mainly working on commercial projects. We are working also on like hotel, Airbnb, and like we work SS cars. Yeah, so that it's very commercial driven. Yeah, so that I don't see that this case will happen in our real operation. Yeah.
Right. So you launched your ICO. It's a success. And where are you now in terms of what you want to achieve with your project? How far have you come?
I think we are just doing like 10% because I think we are on schedule, but even faster than the roadmap. Yeah, but I think we have just done 10% because why is like first of all we launched the first project in Japan last month, and then we were having like at least 1 to 2 more projects to launch in Japan by June. Okay, so this I mean so that Japan's operation comes to a like more smooth operation already. Yeah, because we have already like talked to several partners in Japan for like a few months, and in US, I'm now in Silicon Valley. Yeah, so we joined the consensus event. I mean, and then after consensus event, I go to San Francisco and then to see the partners in Silicon Valley. So that we will also have partnership office in LA. Yeah, so that actually the US operation will be moving fast. But our first ATO project for US will be maybe say within July if my target works. Yeah, so that we literally actually need to also start US in the second half. At the same time, we have Southeast Asia that project comes in. Yeah, so that we actually have 3 major regions coverage right now. But from my point of view, this is just start, and then we need to connect to a lots of the property fund or crypto funds that they would like to invest. Because especially the crypto funds, I think they will move fast because our product is compared to a ICO actually, but provide more stable like expected. I mean, there's a stable token variation upside. Yeah, so that's the and also it is like we have the assets part of the assets ownership. Yeah, so that we can protect our investors in this way, so that it will actually generate lots of leads from the retail users and also the crypto funds. Yeah, so that we need to work hard on this part. And and more like is that we are also talking to different exchange. Yeah, so that we will list in US exchange and we list in like other regions exchange in a like short period of time to make use. I mean, to let our liquidity can be like improve our liquidity in the secondary markets. Yeah, so this is the three things we still need to work hard on that. Yeah, so that's we. I think it's still just like 10 to 20% of the
Right.
project.
So if we go back again to the product itself, how practically does a project go about to actually list itself on your ATO?
At this moment, we will have the account management team to help each asset owner or real estate developers to do the ATO case by case. And but in the long run, we are trying to I mean more like self-serve platform that every developers or asset owner can do the fundraise in our platform by themselves. Yeah, so we are more will change like from a the business model will be scale a lot after we turn to a like the self-serve platform there. Yeah, so that right now we are still heading to it, and we do a lot of the product new products concept discussion. Yeah, just like lately we are investigating into smart household. Yeah, because we can actually make use of smart household to combine with our hotel management or the hostel management. Yeah, and maybe if a co-working space, if we find such kind of solution in related smart household or IoT, we can also put inside. Yeah.
Right. So a common question, I think, for many people who are looking into investing into IHT, Adel Anjun says, any new exchanges which you plan or be in talks for IHT token listing, will we be able to see it on one of the major exchanges? With that said, we already see IHT on KuCoin, right? We have a KuCoin and some of the other big exchanges. But is there anything in pipeline coming up here? Maybe that's not something which you can talk about.
Yeah, we actually signed, I mean, NDA, non-disclosure agreement with some exchange. Yeah, so that we can't disclose at this moment, but we are working hard to that, and I think we will be announcing some new exchange very soon. Yeah.
All right, cool. So you currently launched your first project in Japan, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So how was the general feedback or reaction from your investors and your partners? Is there anything that you can come out of during that first launch of the project?
The launch is great, and actually, yeah, because the project is a career Sarah, which is a very popular travel spot in Japan. Even Bill Gates for Microsoft has a big land and luxury apartment. I mean, actually a house there, big house, and so yeah, so every like Japanese will go there for a vacation, like every 1 to 2 years. Yeah, so that is very popular travel spot, and so that we partner with one of the largest developer in that area, and also the landlord. Yeah, so that to make this happen, and the press conference is good, and then after the press conference, actually, the lands or the property valuation raised a lot because the Japanese press already see that there will be new projects coming, and then they help a lot on the marketing and also the PR. Yeah, so that it actually brings immediate benefit to the project. Yeah.
Right. So let me just see here. So, is there anything in particular that you have as a strategy to accelerate the use of this platform and to kind of get mainstream growth out of it? Is there something in particular that you're focusing on right now?
Yeah, we build the project on partnership. Yeah, so that, for example, in Japan, we have already established a free partnership in Japan. And so that every single partnership will bring like 3 to 5 project comes. Yeah, so that actually is like very fast to do it in this way. Yeah, so that in US we'll replicate this model to speed up the way to acquire access to get on our platform. Yeah, so I think yeah the partnership we did last 2 months is actually very fast. Yeah, because personally in Yahoo or in iClick, I'm responsible for partnership so that it roll out really fast. And the next step we need to do is actually a little bit come back to the like blockchain space to list to more like crypto exchange and then to upgrade the product and then to add more elements to it to make it more user friendly. Yeah, so that we'll focus on this part in the next few months. Yeah.
All right. So, how do you handle in the case in which an ITO project failed to complete in time? Like, what happens with the investment, and how do you handle such occasions?
This is one of the question in the list, right?
Hello?
So sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah. So the projects launching the ITO, they are obligated to raise a property, right? What happens
Yeah.
if they don't do that in time on schedule, like according to the contracts and whatnot?
Okay.
How do you handle such occasions?
Okay. Okay. First of all, we will have a like a just like a like co-managed account with the like real estate owner. Yeah, so that we will like approve the money gradually by their progress. Yeah, so that we are not giving the whole bunch of money to them after the day one, after the closing date of the fundraise. We will give them the money like gradually regarding their, for example, their progress. Yeah, so that just to make sure that that's a like a co-management workflow there, and secondly, we will actually have the third party to try to do due diligence with the property projects to make sure that we will be happening. I mean, the results will comes as we project. This is the second thing. The third way is if they really delay on the like development, we actually have the share of the real estate company, and it's the variation will keep growing during the development status. I mean, during the process, so that we can actually resell to other third party or investment groups with that, and then return the investment from our retail investors. Yeah, so that's the second way to do that. And at the end of the day, we will also make use of IHT to buy insurance for our investors on this platform. Yeah, so that's a way that we will try to protect our retail investors. Yeah.
Right. So I want to ask you another question, but before I do, I want to let everyone in the live stream make sure to leave your questions in the live stream right now because I'm going to focus on your questions right now. So remember, if you want to win the $200 worth of IHT, then you need to leave your questions in the live stream. You also need to go to the Telegram channel of IHT. So Ricky, there's been a lot of discussion regarding Ethereum and Ripple and it being securities and all that drama which crashed the market a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you and your legal team have been looking at this thoroughly. Where does the ATO tokens and the IHT, the iHouse token, stand in regards to that? Could you just give us a explanation of where you and your legal team think that it stands?
Okay, so IHT actually is a utility token because we only make use of the transaction in iHouse.com and also buy airdrop to like as a marketing bonus to the investors. So that we are a utility token. Um, but ATO, we ourselves right now is utility, is buying the utility rights. We are also looking into SEC's document that we will be like fall into the security. But even if fall into the security, we have another way to issue security token for ATO, but still make use of IHT as the utility to charge the asset owner and do the marketing as job. So it doesn't it won't impact on our operation. It's more a structure that we need to follow. So I actually would like also SEC to have more a clear guideline on that, so that we can like make the products set up more quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't think they know what to classify cryptos as either.
Yeah, I think they need to understand a little bit more on the utility token and also security, because I think if you classify all the token as security, that's not fair to even Ethereum and Ripple. I think they did a great job. Yeah.
Right. So Poike Stompers ask a very specific question here. Do you have any plans for Amsterdam and other major cities in the Netherlands? So
So sorry, can you repeat the question?
yeah, so I guess you got your schedule and your timeline for Europe, but do you have any specifics regarding Netherlands and Amsterdam specifically? Do you see
Oh,
yourself doing something there?
yeah, we don't actually have a specific plan for Europe yet. Our plan to have Europe is actually next year, but we did receive some of the proposal from European developers. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
one of them are in UK and one of them in German, and seems like one of them in particular is France and Amsterdam. Yeah.
All right. So Amsterdam will have to wait a bit.
Yeah, probably we will speed up because of you. Yeah, but would like to focus on Japan, US, and Southeast Asia first, because Europe will start actually should be second half to explore the market. But next month I'm going to UK. I'm going to London, so that we may meet some of the real estate developers there. Yeah.
All right, great. So Rommel Sniper asks, how can investors subscribe shares of ATO?
Okay, so we already opened the pre-sales subscription for ATO, and we are building the smart contract for investment in ATO right now, and then will be properly launched next month, so that we will have a full upgrade of the platform that you can invest in tokens automatically, and then give you back a token afterwards. Yeah, so that we were trying to speed up the whole development process. Yeah.
Right. So I actually have a really good question here. It is from Jade, and he asks, in case or she, in case of a downtrend on the worldwide real estate prices like 2008, are there any plans to minimize the damage on the whole project, as well as regarding the IHT price?
Okay, so if there's a downtrend for the property, I mean real estate market, first of all, I think definitely I can't say that we will not be impacted, right? Because that's not true. But the case is we are targeting on those assets that we've had specific use, for example, like hotel or Airbnb as a household hostel, and also we work for working space, something like that. So that is more tied with the operating power of the operator. Yeah, so that for example, like hotel, you won't see Hilton like bankrupt. Yeah,
Right.
even even their financial crisis, because still many travelers go to Hilton and then live in Hilton. Yeah, so that is it more. It is more related to the operators operating capability. Yeah, so that we will at the same time look into the operators capability there, because we actually classify ourselves as a property VC, so property venture capital, so that we invest in certain projects that they have a good assets, and at the same time a good operation team to operate the assets. Yeah, so
Right.
that's quite different from like a pure retail property market.
Right. So you're basically aiming for the project which have well, like a hotel, like you say, and even if the real estate market goes down, people are still going to use an hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. So um, let me see here. Got a question. What we got
I
removed?
see a question that asking, are we replacing Airbnb? Yeah, so I would like to explain a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because actually we are not replacing Airbnb because we actually will work with Airbnb because we would like to have we already start some discussion with them in certain countries because we would like to have a more transparent data for their traffic pattern. We will make use with some big data in the future to judge which location or like projects we should put on our platform. Because personally, I worked in big data field for over 12 years. Yeah, so that we will make use of big data, AI, and IoT solutions in the future. Yeah, so that yeah we are not a Airbnb's competitor, but we focus more on the access supply on the supply side. Yeah, Airbnb focus more on the demand side. Yeah, so the supply side, we tokenize it, and then we help them to do fundraising, marketing, operation to make sure they can get this to platforms like Airbnb or hotels, booking.com, such kind of OTA website more easily. Yeah.
Right. So we got another question regarding the token, the IHC token. So it is currently an ERC20 token, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have any plans for a mainnet? Is that even needed?
Seriously, we are having some discussion internally regarding the mainnet. But I think we need to have a more like commercial case set up first. And if we use mainnet, the major reason is we think that we would like to open to be the open platform in the real estate trade. Yeah, so that it actually changed the business model. Yeah, so that we would like to have more time to discuss about it. It's not about just technical capability because our team is very quite strong in terms of the blockchain and smart contract because our CTO is from Microsoft and also he works I mean internet company for like many years. So that we also have setting up a product development team in Silicon Valley. So that I think in terms of technical capability, it's not it's not the major problem. The major problem is how we make use of this public chain to speed up the growth of the platform and also the crypto's value. Yeah.
Right. So Lewis Martins is asking a little bit more from the financial side. Will you be impacted by raising interest rates, like in the grand scheme of things? Do you think that that is going to somewhat impact the core business that you're doing?
We are actually yeah, the whole setup regarding both IHT and ATO right now is utility token. Yeah, so we should not fall into that kind of regulation. But of course, if SEC will like for example if SEC recognize all the tokens is the security token, then we are of course need to be like fall into this like park. Yeah, but I think we are just referencing to the like Hilton Cup, for example. They are selling timeshare, right? So it's just a timeshare but with token. Yeah, so it's like yeah, it's the price is similar, but we because we buy with tokens, so that we buy it just like ICO that retail customers can join. Yeah, so yeah, that's the case.
Right. So another interesting question from Evolutionary Think. Would investors be entitled to any discounts at these resorts?
Yeah, definitely. They can make use of the token to redeem a light in the resort or the hotels in the future. Yeah, so that yeah, it is a why we say that it will be a utility because users can actually just like for example, if you think you would like to travel to Japan very frequently, and then you would like to live in some hotel that you can pre-buy the user's right to live there, you can actually buy our token to make use of it.
All right. So I got a question from Ripple, dude. And the question is, do you think that this can ever replace the current real estate market? Or do you think that this is going to be a kind of complementary? Or do you think it can replace the whole real estate market, like the way we're doing business right now?
Yeah, I think we will not say we will be the whole real estate market that accepting this model. We are actually trying to facilitate the fundraising of like some asset class like hotel, hostels, and for example like co-working space. Yeah, because we see that the growth of like Airbnb and WeWork is very fast. Actually, more and more landlords will come to join their platform, and so that we see that there's a huge demand regarding the fundraising of the real estate projects or properties, and also marketing and operation there. Yeah, so that we are like a facilitator for the sharing economy assets in real estate. And yeah, and also I think, but actually this solve a lot of problems there, because make use of token to do fundraise actually speed up the whole fundraising cycle of the real estate project. So I think when more and more people know about such kind of products, the real estate market will start to like evolve themselves. Yeah, so that we would like to be the facilitator for them to evolve, but not so-called the disruption there, because I think disrupting property market may take many years, but the facilitator I think is a very fast. I mean, just like lubricant. Yeah, so that is very fast cutting edge there, so that we can replicate this model quickly and then scale. Yeah.
Right. So you're more focused on doing the current system better, rather than
Exactly.
just taking over it.
Yeah, exactly. I think many people say that blockchain will disrupt the like financial model or like the other industry whatsoever. I
Hmm.
think blockchain's disruption is mainly on the back end, because the back end means like, for example, the how we operate how we do the operation, how we do the fundraising, how we do the marketing whatsoever. So that it's more about the facilitation and scale. Yeah, how we can scale a business very quickly with the help of blockchain. Yeah, so basically we make use of all of these features that use very popularly in blockchain. Yeah.
Right. So, in your vision, where do you think that IHT is going to be in 5 years or 10 years? What do you see going forward here?
Yeah, it's good question. Actually, we have a 3 years target for in our like white paper and also website. We would like to have at least like manage like let me see the numbers. The first year is $1 billion US assets management value. The second is 10 billion, and the third year is like 100 billion US dollar. Yeah, so that we will manage a bunch of assets class there, and try to help them with the blockchain and emerging technology solution, so that to turn them to a smart assets class. Yeah.
All right. So Ricky, I know that you are a busy man. I think that we got many questions answered. I think that we got a good understanding of the project and what you're trying to do. Is there anything you want to add as a final note on this interview?
Okay, I think many crypto investors or the say the community will ask the question that how can like they involve in the like ATO or IHT projects? Yeah, so I would like to also do some open recruitment on the community ambassador and also our US office. Yeah, because we would like to speed up the recruitment plan as both employee or say co-founding member, and also the community contributor. Yeah, so that if any of you would like you're interested in this field, so please contact us, and then I'm very eager to expand our team and community quickly. Yeah.
Great. So, on a side note, I know that you were attending the consensus event, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think of it? Was it a good event? Did you get something out of it? Where do you see blockchain going forward there?
Yeah, definitely it's a super cool event, and then many like blockchain like folks goes there, and then but personally I have a lot much time to stay at the event because I've been all of the meeting outside. But we do have a very good networking there because I think consensus is a very good event that every I mean blockchain industry players will goes to, so that we met a lot of people at the same time, and also many I mean like gathering in the evening and meet up, yeah, so that we actually have more partnership established there. Yeah, so it's a very good event, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So, because people have been expecting the whole crypto market to just go through the roof with this consensus, and I've also been saying that the partnerships and the things going on at consensus, this is things that are going to have an impact maybe months down the line. It's not going to be something which is going to be impactful in 1 or 2 days. So I definitely agree with your point of view there. So if people want to have more information on IHT and your project, they can go to iht.com, right?
Uh, Yeah, they can go to our Twitter at HTCon, and also yeah, they can also go to our Telegram. They just search about HTCon, and then they will see our Telegram website. Yeah, Telegram links. Yeah.
Right. So thank you so much for joining us. It was a great pleasure. I think we got a good understanding of the project right now. And I hope you do well. It's doing well today. I think it's up 10%, the token, even though you're not maybe as focused on that. As I said, you're probably more focused on working and creating the best product. But it's been doing good. During this crash, the IHT token has actually been doing good. So you're doing a great job. Um,
Yeah, we target to like yeah, join at least top 100 in the future. Yeah, so we are working hard to push some of that. Yeah, to move forward and then move faster than our plan to achieve like the result. Yeah.
right. So thank you so much. And I will see you guys around.